Cable 7 and 103.7 WTIB present Talk of the Town with Henry Hinton. News, sports, and community information and everything that's going on around town. Now, with Talk of the Town, here's your host, Henry Hinton.
Okay, welcome in. It's hour 2 of Talk of the Town. We are here this morning on 94.1 WNBU since our man Phil Knight is out this week. And we're also on 103.7 WTIB, and we're also on Cable 7, and we're also on WTIBFM.com, and we're also on TuneIn Radio. We're worldwide, baby. We're going worldwide. McGee is here. Good morning, McGee.
I like going worldwide.
And
I like being
Carly
all over the place.
Swain is here at the news desk. Good morning, Carly Swain. Happy government shutdown day to you, Carly.
New national holiday now, or we're going to do this like every few years?
Yeah.
We'll observe it on
Well,
this
the last
day.
time was 96.
Every 17 years. Every 17.
I was looking. There's a couple of articles this morning on what what the government shutdowns means if you really are worried about how it's going to affect you. If you're traveling and you were planning on going to one of the national parks, then don't worry about it. My daughter was in New York City yesterday, and I talked to her on the phone, and she had to fly. She had to fly back to Charleston yesterday. I said, for God's sakes, get out of New York before the government shuts down.
She's living the life.
Because I didn't know how it was going to affect the air traffic controllers, but apparently that's not going to be affected. You know what you're getting ready to see the images of, though? Here's something that I haven't heard anything about before now. With the government shutdown, you may or may not be aware of this, but the federal government funds the garbage collection in Washington, D.C. And apparently they're not going to be picking up garbage in Washington, D.C.
Wow.
How symptomatic is that? That's good, isn't it? So the garbage will be all over the street in Washington, D.C. So no budget for the city equals no trash collection, and according to the Washington Post, D.C. produces about 500 tons of garbage per week. So if this thing goes on,
wow,
for 3 weeks, you'll have 1,500 tons of garbage on the streets of Washington, D.C.
Sheesh. That's a lot.
Postal workers are...
We'll just add to it.
Postal workers are going to be there. They're not going to have a problem. The IRS is working, so you better pay your taxes. Military's not getting furloughed. There will be some other folks that are furloughed. And if you're in the queue for an SBA loan or something like that, if you're a business and you were trying to get a government loan, that's not going to happen. They're going to shut the SBA down and all the loan stuff. So the number one thing they say, perhaps the biggest hit will be to the collective psyche of Americans. America is the largest economy in the world and a beacon for how democracy ought to work. To watch elected lawmakers engage in a high-stakes staring contest with no one willing to blink is no way to do business. What are you thinking this morning? 561-8255, 561-8255. The government shut down last night at midnight. Let's go to Gary, who's been there for a while. Good morning, Gary. How are you?
Good morning. Hey, I was wanted to ask you a question. Could the Republicans fund the government and pass a bill or amendment or something that would tie next year's election, have on the ballot for every state, to either defund Obamacare or to get rid of Obamacare? Do they have the power, and could they do that? Because it would kind of back the Democrats into a box.
Well, no, because it's got to go through the Senate, and the Senate's it would go through the same process we just went through with the budget. It would go to the Senate. The House would pass that. The Senate would not pass that. It would go back to the House, and you just have more gridlock again.
Well, the Republicans could come back and say that if we pass it, we're going to fund the government. We want the American people next year, in 2014, to vote Obamacare up or down. Let the American people do it. That gives Obama until next year to have Obamacare until November. and then let.
Well, you do remember, Gary, that they pulled all sorts of legislative hocus pocus to get this thing passed in the first place. That's the first thing I would say to you. So there's no will to do that. Then secondly, I would say to you, what makes you think they're going to give the states the right to vote on this when they won't even let the states vote on the voter ID bill? You know, the federal government is now suing the state of North Carolina for passing its own law on voter ID. Remember the Founding Fathers, when the Founding Fathers came up with the concept of states' rights? You know, the people should be governed by their own people. But, you know, here's the thing. Eric Holder and Barack Obama have decided that what they want is more important than 72% of the people in North Carolina. So, you know, if it came to North Carolina, Obamacare would not pass. So, they're, you know, when you're running a dictatorship, you don't let people have what they want, right? And that's kind of what's going on here.
Yes, sir. I just want to put my input in. Thank you.
Sorry, Gary, you got my blood pressure going.
I got a quick question, too. The House defunded Obamacare. Is that correct?
Well, they voted to defund it.
No, I thought they did defund it. Is that
well, they can't do it on their own. There's a little problem there with the Senate.
But doesn't the House control the budget and the money?
The budget has to be agreed on by both chambers. You keep saying that, but they can't do anything without the Senate agreeing to it.
Okay.
The Senate, I think the House has the responsibility for
budgeting and money,
putting the budget together.
Right.
But it has to be approved by both chambers and signed by the president.
Oh no, I know that. But I'm saying if they defund it and send it up there with no funding, and then that's what the fight started.
If it was that simple, it would have happened.
That's true.
But it went to the Senate, and the Senate voted no, and it sent it back to the House.
And the House should vote no again and send it right back up.
Well, they don't need to. They already did that.
Well, I know, but they should send it right back up, though.
I keep asking the question. I really do look at this and wonder how it will end, because Obamacare has been such a hot potato. Have we had a more hot potato in this country than Obamacare for the last 5 years?
No.
I mean, in history, though. I mean, the way that it has divided the country, the way that it has isolated people's thinking, the way it's made people choose a team.
What about the Vietnam War?
No.
Okay. I didn't live through that.
I lived through the Vietnam War. You know, you had hippies protesting in the street, but the average American was too patriotic back in the 60s.
Okay.
To say to the government, you know, we're not going to go along with what the leadership in Washington thinks we should do. You know, even though people started to really question it. I mean, and of course, and it started the hippie movement. It started the whole protest of the young people protesting the government and all that. We hadn't seen this in this country before that. There was none of that during World War II. There was none of it during World War I, the Korean War. It was the Vietnam War where people started to protest, and I think we're seeing what you've got now is you've got those kind of people that with that line of thinking on one side, and you've got the ultra conservatives on the other side, and then in the middle you've got the government, which doesn't know what the hell to do, and they're so convicted to their mission on both sides that I don't know how this is going to end. It's going to be interesting. 561-8255 if you're listening this morning on 103.7 or 94.1. If you're listening on 94.1, you may have to dial the 252. 252-561-8255. Walter, good morning.
Good morning. I was watching that sausage making last night. And the funny thing is, when midnight hit, they didn't break out the whale oil or the kerosene to turn the lights on. Everything was running. But you know, those lefties, man, they are so hypocritical. It's just amazing to listen to that. I say C-SPAN is so much better than reality TV. And Mary Landau from Louisiana brought up an interesting point, that not only are we going to have to pay for health insurance, our insurance rates are going up. This Biggers Waters bill is all about the flood insurance. And as of today, if you own a vacation property, if you own a property that's not your primary residence, which you spend 80% of your time in, your rates are going up 25%. And she pointed out that
rates on what specifically?
Rates on flood insurance.
Flood insurance, yeah.
Which in Pamlico County is like 30% of the county.
Mm-hmm.
Your insurance is going to go up 25%, and there's no more grandfathering in. I think the date was 1974. If you had a house built before 1974, there was some kind of dispensation that you got, some kind of credit, but no longer. So that means if you're looking to buy a house in a coastal community and it's in a flood zone, if you're paying $5,000 for insurance over the year, which seems like it's pretty high, it's probably going up to $15,000.
And by the way, this is happening at the same time that they're stopping beach renourishment because of turtle nest.
Yeah, and fishing licenses are going up. Well, I don't know if fishing though, but boating licenses are going up for the dredging.
Well, that's a state deal.
Doesn't matter. It's all coming down. It's all coming down at the same time.
Yeah. But am I right about that, Carly? The state is the one that is putting in the registration fees going up today for boating, right?
That's what we're
because that's not a federal thing. That's a state.
Right.
So the key is to document your vessel, but it's got to be big enough to do that.
Yeah.
So everybody's taking a big hit today.
Yeah. But Obama said that it would lower insurance rates for everybody.
Yeah, right. And there's a bridge in Brooklyn that's for sale.
All right, Walter, thank you. By the way, Carly, aren't there some other things that went into effect today? Like, we should maybe get Glenn Bowen or some of the guys from Colts Guns to answer this one this morning. But there's some new gun laws today.
Packing heat in more public places.
Yeah, you can carry it. You can now have concealed carry in restaurants that sell alcohol.
You can. Yeah.
You just can't drink alcohol.
We're also talking about public places, parks, greenways, things like that. Now, of course, here's the thing. You still have to look out for the signs. Starbucks went way ahead of this a couple weeks ago, and their national CEO said, look, we understand the rights and we understand that laws are changing in different states, but we are going to go ahead and ask that you do not bring concealed carry into our shops.
Right.
And so you still have to look and go by those individual businesses. But for now, it is legal starting today. And this concealed carry, it affects parks, a lot of just public places, including the Greenway here in Greenville, things like that.
Yeah, today, Tar Heel State gun owners with their permits can bring guns, as Carly just said, into restaurants and bars. They can also leave them in cars, at state or city office building parking lots, college campuses, and even on playgrounds. Also, police departments are not allowed to destroy the guns they collect in any buyback program. They have to resell them to the public.
There you have it. All right, 20 after 8. Let's go ahead and let Carly bring us up to date on what else is going on in the news this morning. And here with our news update, which is brought to you this morning by HealthWise, here is Carly Swain. Good morning, Carly.
Good morning, Henry. Straight to the news this morning in Wayne County, where a young father is accused of killing his son, scheduled to be in court later this morning. Brendan Penburton, who is 22, was charged last year with the murder of his son, Jalen. You may remember this story. Deputies say the baby boy was found unresponsive at the home on Rhodes Drive in Dudley back on May 31st. That child later died at Wayne Memorial Hospital. We'll let you know what happens in court throughout the day. And in Beaufort County, the sheriff's office now investigating a hole-in-the-wall break-in at a seafood market. Major Kenneth Watson says the Mac Jones Seafood on Mimosa Shores Road in Washington was broken into between 11 and 11:30 Sunday night. Watson says the suspects tried to get in the building in multiple locations. They did manage to get away with a small amount of cash. No one was at the market at the time. Authorities not releasing descriptions or surveillance video for now, but this crime could be connected to those string of hole-in-the-wall break-ins that are now being investigated in Pitt County. And we mentioned it earlier this morning, fees to register a boat in North Carolina go up starting today. For the boats under 26 feet long, registration fees for a year is $30. For boats more than 26 feet long, fees go to $50 a year. The previous fees were flat rate fees, regardless of boat size, $15 for 1 year, $40 for 3. The change had people who needed to register a boat rushing out to their local agents on Monday. The Marine Fisheries in Morehead City had an increase in boaters coming in over the last couple of weeks. And there were lines of people trying to get their paperwork done and complete at a hardware store in Oriental and Pamlico County on Monday. North Carolina agribusiness and workers could soon be benefiting from an operation at the Morehead City port to ship wood pellets to Europe. The Council of State planned to meet on Tuesday, today, to give the final sign-off on a deal approved last week by the North Carolina State Ports Authority so a company called Wood Fuels can build a $25 million export facility. The agreement of up to 20 years would allow Wood Fuels to lease port property to collect, store, and load the pellets, which are in high demand overseas in European countries as they shift away from coal-burning energy options to wood. The North Carolina Department of Transportation, which oversees the ports, says the deal could mean more than $800,000 in annual port revenues and at least 150 direct and indirect jobs. Finally, this morning, it's flu shot season. The Carteret County Health Department opened its flu clinic yesterday. People already showing up to get the shot. The Centers for Disease Control recommends that everyone over 6 months of age be vaccinated against the flu. Shots are $30 at the Carteret County Health Department if you do not have Medicaid or Medicare Part B. Of course, you can also check with your local health department in the county where you live. Shots are also available at a lot of local pharmacies and doctor's offices. Time now, 8:23. That's the news. Henry, back to you.
All right, very good. Thank you very much, Carly Swain, everybody. 23 after 8. Here is McGee now with our weather update, and it looks pretty good.
It does for the next 4 days. Clear skies for tonight, lows in the upper 50s. For your Wednesday, mainly sunny skies, but warmer with a high of 86 degrees. For tomorrow night, clear skies, lows around 60. Thursday and Friday, both a mix of sunny clouds with highs in the mid-80s, lows in the low 60s.
All right, news and weather this hour, a service of Healthwise Pharmacy right here in Greenville, eliminating all of your monthly prescription hassles with their exclusive medication on-time service. The program includes synchronization of all your meds, eliminating partial fills and multiple trips to the drugstore. The friendly staff will call your doctor to obtain refills in advance so you never go without necessary prescriptions. And in these tough economic times, they still are offering free delivery, saving customers valuable time and money. It's our friends at Healthwise Pharmacy. Was that James that just came to the door?
Yes, it was my good friend James.
James from Krispy Kreme has just delivered. Mm-hmm. You see that, Michael? Look, Michael's beginning to twitch. There's like
he's salivating.
Four boxes of Krispy Kremes over there on the news
Can you
table.
hurry up and take a break so I can go get one, please?
What did he bring? The Halloween. Well, today's October 1st, so they've got
the pumpkin spice ones.
I think these are jack-o'-lantern donuts, chocolate ice, Halloween sprinkles donut, and spider web donut. So there you go.
Oh,
we've got to decide.
Lovely.
Do you do Halloween, Carly?
Yes.
Yeah.
You do?
Yeah.
You do?
If I'm awake.
You dress up and all that?
I'm excited because
it's Halloween time.
This is the first year that I'm going to actually have children come into a house that I own to get candy.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah, I can't wait.
It beats the van, doesn't
Now
it?
I'm going to dress up and scare the heck out of them.
I wouldn't let my kids go to your house.
No, why not? It's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be a whole. I'm going to decorate the
Will be
house.
so excited he's going to
No,
go out
I
like
wouldn't.
full-size candy bars.
Now, I'd be worried about the candy that I might be
No, I
giving
didn't.
you, but
No.
we're going to. It's going to be festive.
People, check the homes out that you're letting
Come
your
on
children
by.
go to. Don't let your children go to McGee's house.
Come on by the house.
It's
Come on by. Adults can come
silly.
too. I invite parents to come as well.
Yeah, I'm not going to do
Come
that.
on, bring Hope by the house.
Well, maybe we will.
No, you should bring Hope by the house. It'll be fun. My wife and I, we can do it up.
McGee will be safe. He'll be safe.
We'll do it up.
Yeah, okay.
Or McGee will be the guy that shuts the light off at like 7:30 because he's out of Butterfingers.
Well, hey, if I don't have anything, that's it.
McGee will buy like 10 Butterfingers, and once he's out, oh, honey, shut the light off so those nasty little kids will go away. 561-8255, 561-TALK. This morning, happy government shutdown day, Joe. How are you?
Hey, Henry, how you doing today?
Fabulous.
Yeah, I got a question. Since I'm one of them idiot gun-toting rednecks,
Yep. Shame on you,
and
Joe.
maybe my math ain't that good, somebody can explain to me the George Bush tax cuts that helped the 1% of wealthiest in the country.
Yeah.
How come when they rolled all that back and added that 2% in the Social Security back into my paycheck, we're taking that out of it, then I wound up losing $800 a month?
Well, you've got to go back to the Reagan era. Remember the concept of fuzzy math?
Okay.
That's
Reagan, or was it that old Al Gore man?
wasn't it Reagan that coined the phrase fuzzy math? I think you got some fuzzy math going on in your check there, Joe.
There's something going on, and I'm just trying to figure it out because I know I sure ain't no top 1%.
Yeah, you're a rich fat cat.
Oh yeah, that must be what it is.
Yeah,
well, I got the fat right, but I ain't rich. Those jellyfish, no spine Republicans up in Washington, they need to get this egg on Obamacare under control and do not back down. They back down.
So how does it end? How does it end if they don't back down and they don't negotiate, Joe? How does this end?
What's going to really happen? Social Security checks are still going to roll out. The military's going to still be supported. Everything's going to be supported. And I had a guy tell me the other day, why don't they just do it like this? Break that bill out. Why do they got to combine all this stuff into one lump bill? Take one portion of the government to fund and vote on it, pass it, and send it over to the Senate.
Because that's what they do. That's what they do when they can't get the support for anything. They put everything in one bill. I mean, look, they do that at the state level. They do it at the federal level. That's the way the sausage is made, man.
Yeah, but hey, there's some bad sausage unless you go to Acre Station.
Acre Station never has bad sausage.
They sure don't. That's the best I've ever put in my mouth. Anyway, Harry, y'all have a good day. And
all right, Joe, thank you.
Spineless jellyfish, listen to us.
All right, buddy. Good talking to you. By the way, speaking of Acre Station, shameless plug. My wife makes the best breakfast casserole where she puts the eggs and the cheese and the sausage, and she mixes it all up and then bakes it. It is the best. I mean, you could put caviar and lobster on the table on one side and put my wife's breakfast casserole on the other side. I don't care what time of day it is. I'd want the breakfast casserole.
Okay. But
she made it with the spicy sausage from Acre Station for the last tailgate. I'm telling you, it was orgasmic. It was the best thing I've ever had in my entire life. It was absolutely.
I want some of that.
I'm telling you.
I want to feel that.
Acre Station. I guarantee the best sausage and bacon you'll ever eat down at Pinetown. All right, it's 29 after 8. We'll take some more calls on the government shutdown. I'll have a few more shameless plugs. Well, I don't know what else we'll do. We'll talk about the Pitt County Fair, which I had a great time out there last night, thanks to the Rosses. We had Commissioner of Labor Cherie Berry out there declaring the fair open last night. Good crowd. Nice weather, good weather all week for the county fair. Get out there and enjoy it. All right, let's get a break and more Talk of the Town coming up. Be right back.
Stallings Mobile and Mini Storage Company will deliver a storage unit to your home or business today. Stallings Storage is the only local company providing mobile storage units 8x15 or 8x10 delivered to your site. If you are remodeling your home or office or need to store merchandise and inventory at your business, you need to call Stallings Mobile and Mini Storage. We deliver, pick up, and store it for you. It's that easy, and there's no need to send your business out of town when your mobile storage needs can be met right here with people you know. Stallings Mobile and Mini Storage is located in Pitt County on Beast Oaks Road. It's a well-secured facility with a live-in manager. Fixed units range from 5 feet by 10 feet to 40 feet by 40 feet. We store boats, cars, anything you need. We are pirate supporting pirates. Call Stallings Mobile and Mini Storage today at 321-2300. That's 321-2300.
Unsafe drivers are all around you, speeding, texting, doing things that cause accidents and result in serious injury.
At Hardy & Hardy, we think those drivers and their insurance companies should be held responsible. We provide aggressive representation in and out of the courtroom, fighting for our clients' compensation for medical bills, lost wages, pain and suffering, and permanent injuries.
Count on Hardy & Hardy, protecting the rights of the seriously injured.
This is the spot where 50 years ago, Pirates came together to build a stadium, where 50,000 screaming fans cheer their team to victory, where cannons roar to mark each score.
You can paint this one purple.
Where Pirate football lives on. This is the spot you need to be this fall. Dowdy Ficklin Stadium. For tickets, visit ECUPirates.com.
Having a vision of what really matters is how we succeed. Keeping an eye on the ball, seeing all the things that we need. Focusing on the big picture, always striving to do what's right. Carolina Vision Care, we keep what's important in sight.
Don't miss the Shaw Floors You Save, We Give sale. You save up to $500 on select Shaw flooring, like carpet, hardwood, and more. We give to St. Jude Children's Research Hospital to help them find cures and save children. Hurry, event ends November 18th.
Contact Jason Boyd today at Boyd's Carpet, 115C Fire Tower Road in Winterville. Call 321-7066.
Okay, welcome back. Talk of the Town. It's 8:33, and it is beautiful weather. October is a great time for golf in eastern North Carolina, and the Oakwood School has a golf tournament coming up on the 18th of October. It's the annual Oakwood Eagle Classic, and here to talk about that, the chairman this year of the Oakwood Eagle Classic, our friend Dave Hunt. Good morning, Dave.
Morning, Henry.
You're
How
the
you
chairman
doing?
every year of this, aren't you?
My second year.
Second year?
Yeah, and I think maybe my last.
Come on,
no,
charity,
I've enjoyed it.
Charity work doesn't pay well, does it?
Well,
it takes away from your day job.
Well, you know this. I mean, it takes a lot of effort, and we have a wonderful team. But you need to rotate and get new ideas on there, too.
Yeah. Right, exactly. All right, so Oakwood School doing well. You guys are growing like crazy. I said, getting ready to build a new building out there, right?
I tell you what, we just started construction about 2 weeks ago, and it's a $2 million expansion. We expect to finish it in the spring. Right now, our capacity is 400 students. That's going to take us up to 450. And the reason we have to expand is because for 18 years that we've been in existence, every single year we've had a greater number of students coming. So this is a record year. We're at 389, and we're just excited as far as the expansion.
all 13 grades, 13
pre-K all the way to 12th grade.
Yeah,
exactly.
Right, and you hear great things. Rob Peterson is your head of school. They don't call him headmaster anymore, do they?
No.
Yeah, he's the head of school. Boy, you guys you got a winner when you brought Rob Peterson in.
I tell you what, we did. Rob, I think this is his 5th year at Oakwood. He served at several independent schools up in the Northeast. Wonderful experience. And we just renewed his contract. He's going to be with us for another 5 years after this. And stability is very, very important in this type of institution.
And of course, there are a lot of great folks in this community involved in the Oakwood School, but on a day-to-day basis, you got to have somebody who knows what they're doing, and Rob has proven himself out there. He's really, and Oakwood has grown like crazy with Rob out there.
I tell you, that's not a job I would want myself. Not that I'm qualified for it, but he's just, you've met him. He just has a calm demeanor. He has a tremendous amount of experience, and it's because of him that we've seen the growth that we had over the last couple of years. So we're excited.
And he happens to be a scratch golfer.
Well, if you want him on your team, Henry, you might have to pay up for that.
So you're going to auction Rob Peterson off? Is that the deal? All right, well, let's talk about the golf tournament. It's coming up a couple of Fridays away, October the 18th at Ironwood. It's the Oakwood Eagle Classic. This turned out to be a big October golf tournament for you guys every year.
Well, I tell you what, it's turned out to be more than a golf tournament. We call it actually the all-sports weekend. What we did a couple years ago is we added a tennis tournament. And you may have seen the Daily Reflector a couple weeks ago. We opened up 6 brand new tennis courts on campus. So we're going to have the tennis tournament out there. That's also on Friday the 18th. And then a new event this year is we're doing a 5K and a 1-mile fun run on Saturday the 19th.
Okay.
That's 8:30 in the morning. And we have a 41-acre campus. For those that don't know, it's on McGregor Downs Road, kind of out by Ironwood Country Club. And so we have enough room to do the 5K. We mapped out the course.
We're good. So it's going to be right on campus.
Exactly. And this is really a community event. So please don't think that, well, I'm not associated with Oakwood. Go to our website, oakwood.eagleclassic.org, if you want to register. We have openings for individual golf, tennis, and obviously runners. We can have as many runners as we want. But Wendy Price, who's super volunteer at our school, is heading up the run for the Eagle Classic. And we're real excited about this because, there's a lot of people that really enjoy these races. And for kids, we're going to have fun for kids. I think they're going to be able to do costumes. You were talking about Halloween.
Yeah.
So it's really going to be an exciting event.
That's great. I know my grandson participated this past weekend in a down at Emerald Isle. There was a superheroes fun run.
What was he?
That's become he was Iron Man, of course, and that's become a big deal with the kids. So that'll be a good event.
Well,
for
I tell you, 2 weeks ago we were down in Beaufort and we did the paint run. Down there, and my wife talked me into doing a 5K.
Yeah,
she was a pretty good salesperson to do that. Man, I haven't done a 5K in years, but it was fun. They actually threw paint on your white T-shirt as you were running.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, it was different, but it was fun.
That is different. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so there are openings for golf.
Yes, there are openings. We're almost full as far as the teams, but we do have room for individual players. So we have teams, but we can welcome individual players if they want to come join us. Obviously, we have tennis openings, and we're unlimited as far as the number of runners we can take.
Right.
Golf is Friday the 18th at 9:30 at Ironwood Country Club. Tennis is also that morning, and then the run is Saturday the 19th at Oakwood. And so we're real excited. It's really turning into a big weekend. I just want to let you know the money we're raising goes toward financial aid. Most people don't know this, but Oakwood, we are an independent school. Mm-hmm. We don't get any government money. But what we do is we raise money for financial aid for those students that want to come to Oakwood that need assistance, and people can apply for this aid.
So there are some scholarship. There's some scholarship money available.
Exactly,
yeah.
And we love for people to come out there and check it out. We're full in some grades, pre-K and kindergarten. We're actually taking applications for next year already. So we have a waiting list in some areas. So if people are interested, they need to get out there quickly.
All right, the Oakwood School and the Oakwood Eagle Classic and their big sports weekend coming up the 18th and 19th of this month. All right, Dave, give the address again, the email address.
Yeah, it's obviously www.oakwoodeagleclassic.org, O-R-G.
All right, very good.
Yeah, I appreciate you having us.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Good to see you. Dave Hunt, and the chairman this year of the Oakwood Eagle Classic. Good luck with it all.
Thank you very much.
The weather is going to be good for you. Looks like October is going to be a great month for all these outdoor activities.
Absolutely.
Thanks, Dave. Good to see you.
You too, Henry.
All right, it's 20 to 9, and we will be right back. Stay with us.
Accidents can cause serious injuries and create many problems in your everyday life. At the law firm of Hardy & Hardy, we work to protect your rights and help solve your problems.
Attorneys Wayne and Charles Hardy help injured clients understand their rights and work diligently to obtain compensation for their damages and losses. Sharp negotiators, experienced litigators, compassionate attorneys.
If you or a loved one has been injured in an accident, count on Hardy & Hardy.
Protecting the rights of the seriously injured.
Pepsi, born here, raised by Panthers fans everywhere.
Raise your Pepsi for a chance to win the ultimate fan experience. See specially marked 18 packs or visit PepsiRaisedHere.com to learn more.
Having a vision of what really matters is how we succeed. Keeping an eye on the ball, seeing all the things that we need. Focusing on the big picture, always striving to do what's right. Carolina Vision Care, we keep what's important in sight.
Many people in eastern North Carolina suffer from diabetes. The question is, can the disease be managed before it causes harm? Are there lifestyle changes that can help prevent it in the first place? And can a health system really make a difference? At Vidant Health, we're empowering people with tools and resources to detect and manage chronic disease. Can diabetes education and management help members of your family lead healthier lives? The answer is definitely yes.
You want out of your old car but owe more than it's worth? You want credit but the bank won't approve you? Greenville Toyota will take care of all of that during our great September sell-off. Get up to 125% of Blue Book value for your trade. Then get to a new 2013 Toyota with 0 down. Corolla's $179 a month. Camrys $219 a month. And get the Greenville Toyota Advantage with covered maintenance for life. Don't miss Greenville Toyota's great September sell-off, where if you give us 15 minutes, we can lower your high car payment.
This is the spot where 50 years ago, Pirates came together to build a stadium, where 50,000 screaming fans cheer their team to victory, where cannons roar to mark each score.
You can paint this one purple.
Where Pirate football lives on. This is the spot you need to be this fall. Dowdy Ficklin Stadium. For tickets, visit ECUPirates.com.
American Dream. Welcome back. It's the boss. Do I sound like the boss? Maybe not so much. Talk of the Town this morning brought to you by Bailey's Fine Jewelry, the new home of Tacori. T-A-C-O-R-I. Tacori. Now available at Bailey's Fine Jewelry in Greenville. Tacori has a passion for creating beautiful pieces that become heirlooms, and Bailey's is proud to bring you this exquisitely handcrafted jewelry line. From stunning engagement rings to gorgeous necklaces and earrings, Tacori fuses classic elegance with modern glamour and style in each piece, and Bailey's is your new home for it all. Come by today and find the perfect piece of Tacori, T-A-C-O-R-I, Tacori, at Bailey's Fine Jewelry. And remember, every woman wants a Bailey box. They're located in Greenville, 511 Red Banks Road. So let's check some sports headlines now. A lot going on in sports. Got a chance to listen to Steve Logan last night on my tune-in radio app I had while my grandson was riding the rides out at the fair. Mm-hmm. Just getting a report from Jennifer Little that that Evans Street in Greenville at Lowe's Foods, which would be up near the WNCT TV studios, mm-hmm. Yep. is closed right now. Apparently a bad car accident up on Evans Street, pretty close to the corner of Greenville Boulevard, Evans Street, up near Lowe's Foods, across the street from Channel 9 TV, Evans Street. If you're in that area, you might want to reroute this morning. Take the new Regal Boulevard or something like that, and get away from that car accident, because Evans Street, that's a pretty thick artery this time of morning. That's going to clog up real fast. So be careful out there if you're coming through the Lindale or out of the Winterville area, back up from Fire Tower Road area up to up into Greenville through Evans Street. Evans Street is shut down right now. 8:45. I was going to mention I was listening to Coach Logan last night when I had my tune-in radio app out at the fair, and I was listening to him take the phone calls and talking to people like Denny O'Brien. Coach Logan sounds high on the Pirates right now. He predicted that this could be a trap game coming up this weekend with Middle Tennessee State, but he thinks if they can get past this weekend, that they should cruise all the way into November until they get to NC State, and then the question is, whatever. And he also said that the Pirates are good enough to run the table, but that's hard to do.
It is hard to do. I think they're good enough, too. I think the defense is playing good enough to do. Maybe Coach McNeil will take the Chuck Pagano approach that he took this weekend when the Colts played the Jaguars. Mm-hmm. Also a trap game for the Colts. He took mouse traps and placed mouse traps in front of every player's locker in the locker room.
Is that right?
Before that game, they won 37-3.
Wow.
So, hey.
By the way, isn't it great to see Chuck Pagano back on the sidelines?
It is. It is.
You know, for those people who don't know, the head coach of the Indianapolis Colts was here in Greenville during the Steve Logan years, on the defensive staff, and he was my neighbor, and he's a great friend, just a terrific guy. Now the head coach of the Colts, but diagnosed with cancer last year, spent most of the season in the hospital, and so it's really great to see Chuck back on the sidelines this year. All right, here's McGee on sports.
All right, NFL from Monday night. Drew Brees passed for 413 yards, 4 touchdowns, 2 of those to tight end and North Carolina native Jimmy Graham, and the Saints rolled the Dolphins 38-17. New Orleans now 4-0 and has separated themselves from everyone in the NFC South. College football news: Connecticut fired head coach Paul Pasqualoni on Monday with his team 0-4 and coming off a 41-12 loss at Buffalo. Now 2 head coaching vacancies in college football, with USC firing Lane Kiffin and now Connecticut letting go of Paul Pasqualoni.
Was that expected at UConn, Pasqualoni? So Pasqualoni's been fired twice in the last 3 or 4 years.
I don't know if it was expected.
Fired at Syracuse a few years ago.
Not like the USC was.
How's the big kahuna Chris Mossman going to feel about this? Because he's the big Syracuse guy.
Yeah. The school will pay Pasqualoni $750,000 to buy out his contract.
It's amazing how smart a coach Paul Pasqualoni was when he had people like Donovan McNabb playing for him.
Yeah, they were good then. Oh, yeah. The top 2 teams, certainly record-wise, in the East Division of Conference USA, 3-1 ECU, 3-2 Middle Tennessee State will square off this weekend on Saturday. In fact, injury update for the Pirates: junior inside linebacker Jeremy Grove and senior defensive end Justin Dixon listed as questionable for the game this weekend. Tailback Corey Hunter remains out indefinitely. That game kicks off at 3:30 from Murfreesboro, Tennessee. The Choose Pew's Pirate Game Day Countdown live from Mellow Mushroom, 1:30 to 3:30 on Saturday. ECU junior quarterback Shane Carden, with his 6-touchdown performance against the Tar Heels on Saturday, was named the Conference USA Offensive Player of the Week. And him, we're in football mode, obviously, but the men's basketball team opened up practice at the new practice facility on Monday, as teams did all across the country. So the 2013-14 Pirates are now underway for the season. They actually tip off the season coming up in about 38 days from now when they take on North Carolina Wesleyan inside Minges Coliseum.
All right, very good. That's our sports update brought to you by Bailey's Fine Jewelry this morning. Also, we've confirmed now kind of where we are with regard to TV coverage for East Carolina, Middle Tennessee State. This is what I think to be true. Here's what I know to be true. If you have Suddenlink in Greenville and the greater Greenville area, Suddenlink customers will get the game on Saturday. The game is going to be telecast on Fox Sports South, which is not normally the Fox Sports channel that you get on the normal cable system. Now, if you've got the sports tier, I think you get it on that because you get all those Fox Sports channels. But even if you don't get that, you're going to get the game if you have cable of any kind with Suddenlink, because it's going to air on Channel 25 through a special arrangement that the king of all media, Phil Oschlager, has made with Fox Sports. And so the game will air on Channel 25. I guess it won't. I guess that means it won't be in high def though. But hey, you'll get the game.
Yeah.
And so Channel 25. Now, if you're a Time Warner customer, this is what I think to be true. But you need to check your local cable provider. I've confirmed that that Fox Sports Carolinas is also on in the Morehead City area on Time Warner Cable.
Okay.
So if you're in that area, you may have to hit a sports bar as well, unless you have the sports tier, which some people have down in that area. But if you're paying for the extra sports tier down there, you'll get it. But if not, you will not get it, and that's the deal. So, but again, check unless Time Warner comes up with a special deal like Oschlager did with Suddenlink. So, check your local cable provider, or meet me at the beach at a sports bar this weekend.
Is that where you're going to be?
I think so.
Okay.
It's going to be a nice seafood festival weekend.
Oh, yeah, it should be a good time. Hey, can I mention one thing, too? And we mentioned in the 7 o'clock hour, Stadium Sports bringing us our sports update. They have a huge sidewalk sale coming up, too, so stop by and check that out going on this weekend. Eric Jarman just let me know that.
And we need to also, that's good to know, when's our sidewalk sale?
Starting right now. It's on.
Oh, good.
It's on.
Good. Head out to Stadium Sports. Get some good deals. Now, here's the other thing, too. Coming up Saturday, the other thing you can do is join us for our Choose Pew's Pirate Game Day Countdown here on 103.7. McGee, Jay Sonhalter, the gang, Pat Jones, everybody live on the porch at Mellow Mushroom. You guys will be out there 1:30 to 3:30 for the Choose Pew's Pirate Game Day Countdown?
Yep.
Come on out to Mellow Mushroom and watch the game. Maybe I'll stay in town
and do that with you guys.
We stayed all night
long last year.
Yeah. There'll be a big crowd out there, a big pirate party before the East Carolina game. Great spot to watch the game. Get you a pitcher on Saturday afternoon and sit out there and have some of that great mellow mushroom. Get the Mighty Meaty.
Love it.
The Mighty Meaty pizza.
That's my deal.
That's my favorite mellow mushroom pizza. All right, 8:52 now. We will be back with more Talk of the Town. A couple minutes when we come back if you want to get in here. A lot of calls today on the government shutdown. 561-8255. 561-8255. We'll be back.
Eastern North Carolina's best selection of used cars and trucks is at East Carolina Chrysler Dodge Jeep in Greenville. The great folks at East Carolina Chrysler Dodge Jeep will put you in a quality pre-owned vehicle for as low as $99 a month. East Carolina Chrysler Dodge Jeep will pay top dollar for your trade. Right now, no matter the condition. Acres of sedans, minivans, SUVs, and trucks. You won't find a better deal on a used car anywhere. So bring in your car and trade up to a quality pre-owned vehicle.
And remember, East Carolina Chrysler Dodge Jeep will pay more for your trade than anyone.
Stallings Mobile and Mini Storage Company will deliver a storage unit to your home or business today. Stallings Storage is the only local company providing mobile storage units 8x15 or 8x10 delivered to your site. If you are remodeling your home or office or need to store merchandise and inventory at your business, you need to call Stallings Mobile and Mini Storage. We deliver, pick up, and store it for you. It's that easy, and there's no need to send your business out of town when your mobile storage needs can be met right here with people you know. Stallings Mobile and Mini Storage is located in Pitt County on Beast Oaks Road. It's a well-secured facility with a live-in manager. Fixed units range from 5 feet by 10 feet to 40 feet by 40 feet. We store boats, cars, anything you need. We are pirate supporting pirates. Call Stallings Mobile and Mini Storage today at 321-2300. That's 321-2300.
Pepsi, born here, raised by Panthers fans everywhere.
Raise your Pepsi for a chance to win the ultimate fan experience. See specially marked 18 packs or visit PepsiRaisedHere.com to learn more.
You want out of your old car but owe more than it's worth? You want credit but the bank won't approve you? Greenville Toyota will take care of all of that during our great September sell-off. Get up to 125% of Blue Book value for your trade. Then get to a new 2013 Toyota with zero down. Corolla's $179 a month. Camrys $219 a month. And get the Greenville Toyota Advantage with covered maintenance for life. Don't miss Greenville Toyota's great September sell-off, where if you give us 15 minutes, we can lower your high car payment.
This is the spot where 50 years ago, pirates came together to build a stadium, where 50,000 screaming fans cheer their team to victory, where cannons roar to mark each score.
You can paint this one purple.
Where pirate football lives on. This is the spot you need to be this fall. Dowdy Ficklin Stadium. For tickets, visit ECUPirates.com.
Welcome to Government Shutdown Day, everybody, here on 94.1 WNBU and WTIB 103.7. Couple minutes left in the program. A lot of phone calls this morning about the government shutting down. Jimmy, we got like a minute. You'll get the last word. How you doing this morning? Got to turn your radio down, Jimmy. We're on delay.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, go. You're on.
Most people don't know that the government has shut down 17 times since 1977.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, what catastrophe has there been because of that?
You know what, though? This one feels different to me, doesn't it to you? Because the question I keep asking is, how does it end? Who blinks? I don't see anybody blinking on this one.
Well, the essential services will continue on. Maybe we'll quit spending
but
so
the
much
trash
money.
is going to pile up in Washington, D.C., and it's going to start to stink as if it didn't stink in Washington already.
Bingo. And we ought to require them to go out there and shovel it.
Yeah.
They're so good
I
at
like
that
the
anyway.
best idea of the morning was the guy who said, "Hey, the people that work in the parks and NASA ought to get their paychecks, but government should not get there. The Congress and the president shouldn't get their paycheck." That would end it.
I wonder if the White House chefs are going to be laid off.
Of course not. They're essential.
What?
Yeah, they gotta make Michelle's shrimp salad for lunch. All right, we got to go.
All right.
Thank you, Jimmy. Everybody have a great day. Enjoy it. We'll see you tomorrow here on Talk of the Town. Have a good Tuesday.
Accidents can cause serious injuries and create many problems in your everyday life. At the law firm of Hardy & Hardy, we work to protect your rights and help solve your problems.
Attorneys Wayne and Charles Hardy help injured clients understand their rights and work diligently to obtain compensation for their damages and losses. Sharp negotiators, experienced litigators, compassionate attorneys.
If you or a loved one has been injured in an accident, count on Hardy & Hardy.
Protecting the rights of the seriously injured.
Pepsi, born here, raised by Panthers fans everywhere.
Raise your Pepsi for a chance to win the ultimate fan experience. See specially marked 18 packs or visit PepsiRaisedHere.com to learn more.
Having a vision of what really matters is how we succeed. Keeping an eye on the ball, seeing all the things that we need. Focusing on the big picture, always striving to do what's right. Carolina Vision Care, we keep what's important in sight.
Many people in eastern North Carolina suffer from diabetes. The question is, can the disease be managed before it causes harm? Are there lifestyle changes that can help prevent it in the first place? And can a health system really make a difference? At Vidant Health, we are empowering people with tools and resources to detect and manage chronic disease. Can diabetes education and management help members of your family lead healthier lives? The answer is definitely yes.
You want out of your old car but owe more than it's worth? You want credit but the bank won't approve you? Greenville Toyota will take care of all of that during our great September sell-off. Get up to 125% of Blue Book value for your trade. Then get to a new 2013 Toyota with zero down. Corolla's $179 a month. Camrys $219 a month. And get the Greenville Toyota Advantage with covered maintenance for life. Don't miss Greenville Toyota's great September sell-off, where if you give us 15 minutes, we can lower your high car payment.
This is the spot where 50 years ago, Pirates came together to build a stadium, where 50,000 screaming fans cheer their team to victory, where cannons roar to mark each score.
You can paint this one purple.
Where Pirate football lives on. This is the spot you need to be this fall. Dowdy Ficklin Stadium. For tickets, visit ECUPirates.com.
Hometown station.